Okay. Welcome. Oh, you ready to start it?
Yeah, let's go.
Are you guys ready?
Wait.
Can you fade us out or fade us up?
Okay. Ready? No,
Yeah.
hold on. Let's get it out of our system. That guy farted in my pants.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
We're back.
Yeah, we know it's dark. J-Dog and the boys
J-Dog, I don't
in
know
the
how
chat.
to fix that,
We
Lynn.
know it's dark. We don't know how to fix it. We're gonna leave the main shot and never cut to it the whole time. Do you understand?
And
We'll do it live.
See what you did?
And to play us out, what does that mean, Kevin?
He keeps going back to the main shot. Welcome to the
Hey
podcast.
guys, welcome to the part. Cut to me.
Fuck.
That was the main shot. You'll never see it again because that shot was really dark and we don't know how
I
to
don't
fix
know
it.
how to. Wait, go back to the main shot. I need you
But
to go
we're
back
never
to
going
it.
to cut to it after this.
Okay,
That was
go back to it. No,
okay, one more time.
Longer.
Cut
All right.
back to it.
Now it's too dark.
But we don't know how to fix it, so we're moving on.
Lens?
You should have gone to film school.
Listen, we're going to buy a new camera thanks to our sponsor.
Who?
That's right. They're back. The best sponsor.
Yes, sir.
Tenga.
Yeah.
That's right. You can go to Tenga. That's right. You can go to Tenga. I just said that. You can go to their website and pick up something pleasurable for yourself. You know it and love it like you should.
Yep.
And I just want to, as part of their
What
plug,
do you got there?
announce, talked about it last week. They sent their Tenga advent calendar.
Gotta love
Just
it.
wanted to give a little update.
Okay, what day are we
Day
in?
1 and 2 are kaput.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
So I thought for the plug,
Okay.
we would.
Yeah. Update
This
us.
is how they're going to sponsor this month. I'll let you know. Day 1 and day 2. Day 1 was a Tenga spiral egg,
Wow.
and then December 2nd was a Tenga brush egg.
A
And
brush.
both
egg.
and both achieved the same result.
They're okay. Now, Rocco, there's no breaks in the whole month. It's one a day.
It's-
It's
Oh,
every day.
Until Christ was born.
Because I think maybe day 17 or something, like a little Gatorade, something to replenish,
Gatorade.
something to re
At the end of each week, it's like a treat.
Electrolyte.
At the
Yeah,
end of each
yeah.
week, it's a treat for like a good job.
because
You
you're gonna
need a
be
break.
you're gonna be drained by the end of the month, bud.
I won't, but that's okay.
Okay.
We'll see. Anyway,
Like a Gatorade.
Tenga, both of those, you knocked
Whoa.
it out of the park. I
Wait,
want to
what's
say
today?
shout
Today's the
out.
third, right?
Today's the 3rd.
What's
so
today? Let's open it
should
up.
we find out?
Yeah. Let's find out.
Shit. The third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me.
Okay. Ready?
I'm ready. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. These are hard to get out.
Nothing says stuffing stucker.
Oh, I got it.
Go ahead.
That's the angle I was at.
Yeah, stuffer.
Better than a
Stuffer.
Tenga. We're gonna have a link in below on the YouTube upload that you can get a special deal just for yourself. This is the Wavy 2.
Ooh.
Wavy 2. You thought the Wavy 1 was good? Mm-mm.
Wavy 2.
2.
So we're gonna find out what's better than Wavy 1.
Tune in next week.
We'll keep you updated. Thanks. We've
Thanks.
lost half of our audience watching.
No,
No,
that's
I
okay.
think we've gained more.
Yeah, they're enchanted by the fact that there exists such an item for purchase.
So go into the link, special link in the YouTube upload, get it, and say you're from Mega64.
Yeah, they like that.
Use the
They love
use the
that.
code word Mega64, and you'll get a very good deal, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
How about you
Okay.
give yourself a gift this holiday season?
Yeah.
It's not going to be a lonely Christmas for long. Go to Tenga. All right. Let's get to it.
Still kind of lonely.
I was there was a lot of disbelief I would be in the studio.
I truly thought you weren't going to be
I
here.
bet $10,000.
I was very last minute on this week's show. Normally I'm not. Normally I
happened?
try to be here the earliest, but
He never is.
I was at a
It's
family-
always Johnny first.
I was at a family thing. I offered to help them and got
Help them.
wrapped up.
Can
in
you
a
say
bunch
with
of
what,
help.
or is that?
All kinds of stuff.
Did
All
they
kinds of stuff
harangue you?
just around the house? But what kept me there too was there was a news story as I was leaving about there's been like some robberies
No.
recently and
In
some
San
people-
Diego?
there was a string of robberies on like FedEx trucks.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
like they're delivering stuff and then people run into the trucks and take a bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then they showed this footage of them doing that, and then it cut to one of our relatives. And it was like, wait, hold on. And it was like 8 things happened as I was trying to leave. So that was
What?
one of the things. We had a family member that was talking on. I don't know if they got any of their stuff stolen, but
they were being interviewed.
they were the one talking about it. Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. So anyway, there was a whole bunch of stuff. I hadn't seen my family in a while, so
Well,
I
do
hadn't
they
seen them
know
much
it's a
since our
Sunday
tour.
night?
Well, I guess I saw them on
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, but that's it.
You know what is very nice is that I had a family thing today as well. It was my nephew's 7th birthday,
Okay.
but he asked, he's like, "Could we do something earlier so Uncle Sean could come too?" Because he knows on Sunday nights I do the
that's
podcast.
Adorable. Look at that.
It is adorable.
wants
And then I
Uncle Sean
thought,
there.
my 7-year-old nephew gets it. Why can't like grown-up people in my life understand that on Sunday nights?
Yeah.
Because, man, everyone makes fun of like white guy with a podcast. You know what I'm saying? We're the butt of all the jokes, Sean.
I don't think
I'm
that's
sick of
what
it.
are you talking about?
I'm telling you, they don't respect us. We get no
Well,
respect.
Shouts out my nephew. Thanks because you got some pizza and ice cream. So shouts out. Thank
Okay.
you.
Well, he gets it.
He gets it.
I'm just saying.
Very nice.
I get messages from at least one adult in my life a week that is asking me about something on Sunday night, and I'm like, I've had the same schedule since 2006.
I wouldn't mind people forgetting my schedule because it's like, oh, sorry, I got to work. It's what do you got? The podcast? I mean, you can miss that. That's the comment that I don't.
Oh,
need.
yeah.
Well, come on. I mean, that's work. But
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. Like
I do get that too.
that's. I don't mind if they forget or I get a text in the middle of the show. Unlike Derek, I know how to put my phone on silent. But I just, low blows. I'm sorry, they're coming across
Can't defend himself.
right
okay, go
across the
ahead.
bow.
Yeah, that's not fair.
But it's
that's
true.
a good joke. But
It's
it's
I'm
not,
sure you said
can't do it when
nothing
you're-
rude about me while I was gone last
No,
week.
we were really
Or me.
kind of angels. To
Were you really?
towards you? Yeah,
Oh.
Rocco. We told a lot of good stories about how Sean was enlightening and just fun to be around on tour.
You did say that?
Yeah.
I don't think that's true because
No,
I don't
we-
think I was as fun as I've been in the past.
We did. We definitely.
Hey, we're gonna go see a movie. Ah!
That is exactly.
Is it short like the Taylor Swift movie? No, both of them.
I
are,
didn't
Both
say
of
that.
them are the same runtime.
Also-
Ah!
That was not a short movie either, for the record. All
No.
movies need to be shorter.
Yeah, Napoleon-
bring back
That
the
was
short
definitely
movie.
no. I was just talking about that the other day because I rewatched last weekend. I was working on stuff and I put on Oppenheimer and Barbie again. I did Barbenheimer again.
Whoa.
You guys ever heard that?
Together?
That's kind of a funny
Yeah,
phrase.
I've heard it.
Oppenheimer still good. Barbie was still also good, but it loses definitely some punch seeing it a second time. You know what I mean? You already know it's tricks. You know what I mean? I felt like the first time I saw it, I'm like, I don't know what this Barbie movie is even like capable of. And then, oh wow, okay, but now I've seen it, But man, Barbie is too long. Oh, even that, it's not even 2 hours, I don't think. Is it? No, I don't think it is. I think it's like 140 or something. Man, when they get back to Ken or whatever, there's like a second movie that starts there. It's like, oh man, yeah.
His hero.
The Kens
arc.
are all fucked up. Yeah. Okay. And then like there's like 3 third acts. But it's still a good movie. I mean, I'm not saying it's not, but
Yeah.
But I would say just about every movie I saw this year, even as much as I loved them, were all too long.
And that's my point. And
You want to talk long movies?
I want to see that new Napoleon movie.
Yes, it's long.
But that's the thing. I'm not going to see it. I didn't
wait.
see Oppenheimer because it's too fucking long.
Oppenheimer.
See,
You should have seen it. You should have seen that in the theater.
You know what?
Oppenheimer-
I didn't have the fucking time.
Oppenheimer was, again, another long movie, but I don't know if it was too long because I was entertained throughout its pacing.
Yeah.
You were
The
entertained
same-
through Killers of the Flower Moon.
The same with Killers of the Flower Moon. I was
Yeah.
entertained throughout its pacing.
I was too.
I admit
but
that could
but I
use
would
some
still
cuts.
say they could cut these down. But
Sure.
I still love them all.
But
I love them.
Napoleon as well, I was entertained throughout its longer runtime. So I don't know what they would get rid of.
Now I will say though, Sean is still right about Napoleon because Sean, there is a longer cut. The director's cut of the movie is coming to Apple.
Okay.
Ridley's
And
doing
Ridley
it.
Scott just runs his mouth. He doesn't give a fuck.
He does not.
And
give a
he
fuck.
he straight up said like, oh, better like that's the better cut is coming. Like a better cut.
Hmm.
So just watch that. Like that.
But honestly,
That isn't. I would say I want to see it in a theater, but I think I'm just gonna wait for that.
But truly, you say it's 4 hours on that. Okay, then I'll watch it in my own pace,
Yeah,
and I can
chunks.
watch an hour at a time. And that's fine. I can handle that way more than having to go to the theater and be stuck in a theater. And then like, I gotta pee, but when can I go? I don't. Is it boring now? I don't.
Let me cut through all that. It's not that big of a deal.
But peeing?
Go pee. Come back.
Yeah, I did that.
Do you know what? I stopped worrying about that whole thing when James Cameron shattered the glass ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
He really did. When Avatar: Way of Water was coming out, and
he
it
put
was
a new
like, oh, how
perspective.
long it's going to be? Oh, it's going to be. Why is the movie this long? Why is it going to be? And he literally said that. He's like, hey, you know, in life you miss shit. You walk away, you come back. Like, just go pee, come back. Like, really. And I was like, yeah.
And didn't he
That being said, I've never done that since then. But I like the sentiment.
We're like camels, we can hold it. But didn't he say also, like, you're going to see it a second time and you'll catch that scene?
Yeah. He's like, you'll see it again.
He's like, you're going to see it more than once. So
I'm glad that. Did you see it more than once? You did. Did you see it more than once?
Avatar?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, good.
But Rocco did. But
In
I didn't get up and
theaters,
pee.
I think I saw it 3:3.
Wow.
And I'll tell you, okay,
Wow.
one we saw it IMAX 3D that first day
Mhm.
that we all went.
Yeah.
Saw it. Kevin and I thought it'd be fun to no. Someone else I know wanted to see it, but it was playing in RPX with higher frame rate. And I was like, shit, our theater didn't play it in the higher frame rate. I'll go with you to that. And so it was like a really fancy screen with the high frame rate, which that's the only movie I've ever seen that in where I actually thought it like worked because they kept conversations in 24 frames. Like, you know what I mean? Like the intimate cinematic kind of whatever was 24 frames a second. It only hit the higher frame rate when they would like plunge underwater and then it would get all smooth and shit. I actually thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah.
You know, but the problem was like when The Hobbit had it, they're just like hanging out and it's in that frame rate and it's just like, I'm not buying the fantasy setting when it's a 1,000 frames a second. I don't like it.
I didn't like that when they were going down the river in those barrels.
No, it
looked
just
like
didn't
too
work.
fast. It looked too PlayStation graphics.
Yeah, they're for like fantasy and stuff, you want the old frame rate. You want the old.
Yeah.
It keeps the fantasy up. But anyway, all I was gonna say was that was the second time I saw it. And then third, Kevin and I thought, wait, it's playing in 4DX where the seats move like Star Tours. Then I think we do need to see it that way. And that was fun but tiring by the end. We saw Titanic that way too.
Talk about another
That
long
was
movie.
fun. That was fun because hear me out. Really didn't move much. And then like there'd be moments where, he's looking at the drawing and it floats into her eye or whatever. It would kind of glide you a little bit. But then guess what?
The end.
When they hit that ice, fuck. I mean, it's flinging the fucking theater down. Like that was perfect for that format.
They saved it for the end.
It is so funny to me that, I mean, this thing, the people who are on the actual Titanic who are drowning, like one day there will be a movie theater that's going to simulate this with cool moving seats. Like that is so
I think when it
silly.
ended, I thought someone in the theater said that. They were like, that didn't feel appropriate.
Just like the way all the victims would have wanted. We got to live through it with them with my moving seat.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that's another long one though. The movie we watched in the van that felt the longest to me, it was so long I had to finish it when I got home, was Terrifier 2.
Oh, yeah.
Great horror film that had been
Oh,
recommended.
did you
to
like
me.
it? Overall, you liked it?
Well, overall, I did like it. And I've since seen now Terrifier 1.
Oh, you went back.
Yeah, I was like, well, let me catch up with this whole franchise. And I guess there's even stuff Derek was telling me that goes like before. It's like Evil Dead. There's like student films with Art the Clown and this director. And then there's like the first Terrifier that he's been trying to get this character off the ground for quite some time, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm interested now in going back and seeing the other stuff because I just love when the clown's on camera. Like when he's on the screen, it's a fucking great time. He's miming shit. He's funny. The kills are great. But wow, in Terrifier 2, they added so much story that really didn't go anywhere with the family and their dad, their poor fucking dead dad.
It was definitely too long.
Yeah.
Again, but I'm not a horror movie guy, so that was, it's like, okay, this is probably not my cup of tea, whatever. But the clown in that movie was like so entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
That I was like, all right, okay, you got my like his physical whatever was all right, you got me. I'm watching.
I'm hooked.
Yeah, I've been warned about that movie in particular. Like, hey, this is like really fucking gory and whatever.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
I wasn't interested in the slightest. I know it seemed like Johnny was like dying to watch this movie because every time like we got what movie's next, and I hear him back. Like, we got Terrifier 2 if anyone's down.
Because I think we didn't pull that out of a bargain bin. You know, we spent some money on that.
Yeah, we want that in Canada.
Yeah.
And so
it was a 4K steelbox.
I was like, I mean,
Steelbook.
I don't care. Like, happy you guys want to watch it. I'll just listen to a podcast or something. Like, it was fine. But there was one moment I'm like, well, let me give it. I'll look up and give it a shot.
Yeah, we're all
it's
laughing
like,
and shit.
Everyone's laughing. So I look up and it's like the most fucking heinous arm break I've ever seen on film. I'm like, well, back to the podcast. I'm not looking back up again.
It was just like, okay, peeled off all the skin off this woman. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Oh, I'd hit her with this. Oh, okay. All right, I'll pull the skin off of her head. Okay. And then he walks away. Man, that was a brutal kill.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Now,
this
John,
was such good filmmaking.
I'm on the same page as you. I don't need to see. I'm not a horror guy. It doesn't... I'm not squeamish like I used to be because now I know every team has their own Garrett.
Yeah, and I always I look at it in the Garrett angle, like, how'd they do that?
But it just doesn't entertain me. I'm just like, yeah, all right. But then that clown left, and the person is like, it's like, damn, that was a crazy
kill. And the
kill.
music dies.
And then, the music dies. And then the clown comes back in the room with like a thing of like Morton salt and bleach. And what was it? What was it?
Yeah, bleach.
And they just start dumping it on him. Oh no!
And then the music swells again, and it's just back to like, oh, it's more fucking horrifying.
I was like, all right, you lost me. You got me back.
Yeah,
right.
that was fun.
I'm laughing.
I realized that's something that the director does in the first one too. Where,
really?
We started with the second one, and it's like, there's some kind of shocking, he just uses firearms. No slasher, just fucking pulls guns out.
Yeah.
Right? But that was a big reveal, like with the salt and the bleach.
Yeah.
In the first film, he fucks someone up, and then like the music is dying down, and it's the aftermath, and he's cleaning up.
Yeah.
And then another guy comes in the room, and he just pulls a gun out of his fucking bag and shoots him like instantly. And it's so fucking shocking and surprising in that same way that like, it had me hooked. I'm curious to see where this franchise goes.
Yeah, that was the one movie I think I was like all the way checked out on.
In the tour van.
In the tour van, yeah.
There was a couple I didn't watch.
I take it
was
back.
Driving too, so
there
I
were
didn't watch.
some that.
Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
That was fine, but there was like
that was pretty
it was boring.
Yeah,
there were so many that were like I don't know why. I don't know if you guys talked about DVDs. I'm sorry, last week.
No.
Okay, good.
No,
this is what I was gonna say. I if I could just say just real quick before we continue.
Was the theme song?
I feel. Oh no.
I just wanted to fuck with Kevin.
You made
I just
Kevin
wanted Kevin
jump a
just to
mile.
lose his mind. I'm sorry, Rob.
If I may continue.
I'm sorry. That was rude.
Wow.
Rude.
So sorry.
No, I feel terrible because we came back from tour and I was like, awesome, we can do a whole new DVD segment.
Mm-hmm.
Shitty DVDs, but also like, it's funny, we started our tour watching bad movies in the van, but we actually, Derek was kind of losing his mind because we kind of came heavy with just that. Like we set out on the road and it was like, what movies we got? And it was like, here's a bag of the worst stuff we could find.
Do we have those bags handy, Kevin? Or are they away? Up there?
You know what? Like let's get them and talk about them. Let's review them.
Do you want me to go grab them?
Is that okay?
Yeah. Oh, you got them? Okay.
He knows where they
Stay
are.
on the rock.
Oh, good. He stayed on the good shot. Guys, this is going to be me.
Oh,
no. Fuck off.
Okay.
Get out of there.
All right.
So here's what we realize is that when you watch a shitty movie, time slows down. Yeah. And it
really did, didn't it?
It is like you get sucked into thank you, Garrett, a time vortex. And so when you're on a 7-hour car ride, why in the world would you want to make that longer?
Yeah. It's weird because personally, now it's going to sound funny here. I would, when in that setting, like if I'll just be real. This is my 2 cents on it. I would, if I want to watch a good movie, I want to watch it in a good setting. I want to watch it at home, like home theater turned up.
Sure.
Or I want to see it in an actual theater or whatever. I will say that on my end, I would rather watch bad movies when you're just like in the tour van or whatever. I prefer to watch stupid movies because I like laughing at it or yelling stuff at the screen with you guys or whatever. That's my, if you asked me ahead of time, that would be my preference. And yet, yeah, something was happening where it's like, these drives feel extra long. Well, they're not. And it's like, well, we're watching unbearable shit.
Yeah, and it
really did. And I'm a fan. I'm a fan of bad movies. And it was
when we watched shitty DVDs
hard.
here when we did 64 Day.
Yeah,
we watched a couple. They're like, okay, this is like a motorcycle derby, and they're golf.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of people die. That's fun.
This was a lot of not fun stuff. So
it was like
find the bag of what we brought,
guys. This is.
It was like wholesome shit and like cringy shit, but
we did not plan this at all. But it looks like this week, unprompted, we are bringing back our segment entitled "Shitty DVDs."
Shitty DVDs.
But this one is parenthesis or asterisk next to it, under it, some good ones too.
Gonna knock this one down your throat.
Dad, no, you can't see them. Get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Johnny, he's not here tonight, but he's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, he'll figure
edit
it
a
out.
whole crazy, like mind-blowing intro for this.
Yeah.
Shitty
Motion
DVDs.
graphics.
And then some good ones. too.
Fire.
We did watch The Bourne Identity. That was okay. That was
a good one. And I realized
I like the Bourne movies.
it's a very basic story. And I'd never seen anything in the Bourne franchise. And watching that, it was like, oh, this is a pretty straightforward spy movie.
So we came with 2 bags like this.
Big ass Walmart bags
that were
of
by
movies.
my feet the whole time. And
that's where he didn't have any water because he had bags of DVDs.
So what is this? Behind the Waterfall. We didn't watch that. We
Films for families.
We didn't watch 90%.
Okay, Behind the Waterfall. Now I'll just tell you about this one because I checked it out. Behind the Waterfall. This one is about, in every video game, you got to go behind the waterfall. And Grandpa tells the kids this, and the kids tell him to fuck off.
This is the movie that broke us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Brainiacs.com. This made it so I think we all went psycho.
Yeah, that was the end of the bad movie streak. We're working our way backwards.
We are working our way backwards.
It was a well-produced children's film, which is like, when it's well-produced, you can't really shit on it. It's like, well, they got the lighting right. There's not a mic boom in the shot. There's almost nothing to joke about. We were just sucked into this fucking story of a little kid not getting to spend time with his dad.
It was
bad. It was just saccharine sweet.
So the whole premise of Brainiacs.com is the kid wants to go on a camping trip with his dad, and also other various
and he sets up a
activities.
Rube Goldberg machine in his bedroom to like load the camping car.
Yeah, it's showing that the kid is brainy. Like
Yeah.
he's building gear just to have more fun camping with his dad. Then the camping trip comes up and dad goes, "Hey, big client at work needs this and this. I'm not going to do it.
Gotta
Sorry."
go to work, son.
And it's like, I never get to see my dad because he wants to work all the time. So the kid comes up with a way. He builds a computer avatar guy, like a CG head, like Max Headroom.
Yeah,
kind of
he's
shit.
the worst shit. Yeah.
And finds a way to buy all the shares of the company.
His sister
So
is
he's
also
the new owner.
His sister has also like created AI in her bedroom by herself, and he steals it to buy his dad's company. Basically,
Yeah, she makes her own chip.
yeah.
So
What is happening in this house?
So he buys the dad's company
With his sister's stolen chip.
and then like has to work like his dad.
Yeah.
And so now he's the one working.
This movie sucks.
And then it basically ended up like the solution was, I guess we got to tell my dad. And you'd think, well, they realize they should spend time together.
Yeah.
They do. And they both go to work together now.
And now
that's
the
the
kid,
end.
they end up working at the same business. Like the kid works at the dad's business and they just work together all the time. Like at the end, it's a shot of them all laying on the beach. And it's like, oh, they're taking vacation together. And then they get up. Oh, it's not a beach. It's just some sand in the parking lot of the office. And they walk over. Yeah, I think all this vacation gear that we've developed really works. Okay, kid, how's the development on that going? Oh, great. It's a child labor ending.
It solves it with child
They
labor.
solve it with the kids should work more.
There's also these bullies that they keep like showing like, oh, we're going to take your company from you.
Oh, the twins.
And at one point, like the IRS comes to like arrest this kid, but then he signs the company over to those bullies, and then the bullies get arrested. It's so fucking
it's awful.
It
somehow the DVD cover, there's a million actors in it that you've seen in a bunch of stuff, but only Dom DeLuise got the cover. Like it's just the biggest Dom
He's the
DeLuise
biggest
head.
character.
Now, the next one I found at a thrift store, and I was like, I'm not even going to tell anyone I found this. I'm just going to surprise everyone. And it's Digital Video Production Student Work Spring 2004 Volume 1.
So this is from
this is like school projects that we
Yeah.
found, and it was some film school
In
back
San
when we
Diego.
were in college.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we were doing like we could have taken this class.
Yeah, this
although-
was like early
So
2003.
we were kind of hoping, like, dude, are we gonna see like people we know? Because this is filmed like in San Diego.
the disc itself is just like a burned disc with like writing on it, like, and it says like Term 5 DV Spring 2004.
Damn,
It was short but sweet.
it was,
But it
sweet.
was like, oh, they just recreated a scene for SLC Punk here, and it's so lame, but like it was fun.
So
it was Bryce's film class recreation of Office Space.
Yeah.
And then it's, oh, so your name's Michael Bolton? Tell me, what's your favorite song by Michael Bolton? I don't know. I guess I like them all.
Me too.
Thanks. That was our final project. And, you know.
There was a standout. Johnny could not get the punk rock song
Yes.
"Daddy's Drunk Again" out
That's
of his
true.
head.
So that's what I was going to say is then, so it's all refilmed scenes from movies. And then at the very end of the reel, there is one where it was just an old guy laying on the couch. The mom comes in. What, you're here again? Like,
You're drinking?
you're drinking? Like, you haven't worked in how long? It's been months. What are you doing? And he's like, "Bleh, don't bother me." And then suddenly it cuts to a punk band.
It's a
Daddy's
music
drunk
video.
again. Hey, Daddy's drunk again. Daddy's drunk. And it is intercutting this fast punk music with the dad like barfing in the living room.
He's,
Daddy's
like,
drunk
wrecking the
again.
house.
Hey, Daddy's drunk again.
Hey,
I
hey.
was laughing so hard I thought I was going to piss in the van.
Yeah, it was.
And I think Johnny and I were maybe, I don't know if it's safe to say the only ones affected. It seemed like Derek was like ready to punch the TV. It seemed like everybody else was
song
like,
was
what
annoying.
the fuck is this? Daddy's drunk again. Hey, Daddy's drunk again. It was, you could tell they put it at the end of the reel because they did not adhere to the rules that all the other groups did it correctly. And they like,
they
fucked
failed
up.
the class.
They
for
failed.
sure.
The
guarantee.
final,
And they were
yeah.
like, just put it at the end. So anyway, I got to find out if this is online, if Daddy's drunk again is
I
online.
bet there's no way it is. There's
Okay.
no way.
They're a
Well,
local
we got to
San
find a
Diego
way to
band.
show it to you guys.
I mean, they were a real band that played here in San
I guess
Diego
maybe there was a
in
chance.
2004. They might have a YouTube video.
Someone said they found it on YouTube.
Someone
Yeah.
said they found it.
That's what I heard. Johnny said he looked it up and could
Oh,
find
really?
it.
oh,
Yeah.
really?
In the back of the van, I believe he said
Wow,
that.
we found their school project.
again. Hey, Daddy's drunk again.
And then there was just a bunch of like motion graphics examples. It was like, oh, this is just like
intros.
title cards.
Yeah,
and
that
intros.
was,
Yeah.
That was
kinda
boring.
lame. That was kind of lame.
I'll tell you right now.
But a good
if-
find, Sean.
Now, listen, we don't like to have a lot of links in the chat. and
But
stuff
this
like that.
one will
But this-
allow.
I'll let you know if that's what it is.
He's gonna
I'm
find
going
out.
to cross-reference this right now.
We're gonna check your work, Ant Pant.
What my favorite thing that we ended up finding, we bought. This is the most expensive thing we bought,
What?
and it was in Canada, and I've never seen this.
More than Terrifier? I think that Terrifier Blu-ray was pretty
By
expensive.
far, my favorite was Found Footage Festival Volume
Yes.
7.
Oh
and 8.
yeah, so we'd never seen any
I
of
had
these
never
before.
seen these before.
We were all new to these, except for maybe Derek.
I don't know, but
No, I don't.
It's
I
not
think
the
he'd heard
TV.
of it, but he hadn't seen
It's
it.
not the TV Carnage
they
guys?
had all of them at the store. We only bought one because it was expensive.
But it came with 2 volumes.
Came with 2 volumes,
7 and 8.
but it killed me
Fantastic.
because I wanted to go back to Vancouver and buy the rest of them.
Yes.
because I liked it so much. It was so much
Hey,
fun.
they are touring. Found
I know.
Found Footage Festival 10 is touring right now. Our friend and graphic designer Nina
Nina,
Matsumoto
yeah.
just went.
I
Yeah.
know, and I was like, we gotta go.
It was, yeah, those videos were so cool. I would
So-
definitely, if that came through your town, I would definitely go to the Found Footage Festival.
yeah, that dude. the found footage festival.
And the hosts I thought were really funny.
They just find old VHSs and then just like show you the weirdest shit that's on VHS.
The hosts are very deadpan, but it was fucking killing me. Like,
Yeah.
I just loved that dry sense of humor.
Rocco,
Okay, I
confirmation?
have an update for you.
Okay, this is
is
it.
Daddy-
from the
There
man
is a
himself.
YouTube channel from 17 years ago
Nice.
with 2 uploads.
Nice.
Daddy's Drunk Again and Daddy's Drunk Again alt edit.
Oh,
And those, it is the video.
That is the video.
It is the video.
Fuck yeah.
Someone immediately found the 17-year-old channel.
wow, good job, guys.
I added it, for what it's worth. I don't upload this a ton, but I did favorite it on my
Nice.
on my personal YouTube channel.
That used to
Okay.
be the best. Favorites.
And they link to their MySpace.
That's how you get their
How many
music.
views does it have?
The original has 1.5K
Okay, pretty good.
and alt edit has 5.8.
That's pretty good.
That's about to
5,000,
change.
almost 6.
So anyway,
We'll get
Daddy's Drunk Again. Anyway,
we'll get 'em there
we
tonight.
were singing
We'll get
that
'em
song the entire tour.
Daddy's
And,
Drunk
and
Again.
work.
unless you think, like, we made fun because it didn't fit the other projects, but lest you think it was a complaint, that was the highlight of the thing. Those guys kicked
Well,
ass.
yeah,
there
I
was-
did better than
So-
the SLC Punk.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
That was the best on the DVD. But there was another song that got stuck in all of our heads
And
from
it's
Oh,
from the
yeah.
found
the
footage.
Found Footage Festival.
Yeah.
An ad for a puff paint or like a clothing paint company called Tulip.
Yeah. Is it Tulip? Yeah.
Totally Tulip.
Totally Tulip.
Dancing and singing.
Singing and
Playing.
laughing. Yeah.
Totally Tulip.
Yeah. If you ever, I mean, honestly, if you ever can find these DVDs or
Check them out.
the live show, this seems fucking right up my alley.
Yeah.
This was awesome. So much fun.
I think like 8 fucking gas stations in 4 different cities. We'd pop out of the van to go get some snack or take a leak, and someone would be walking back to the van
Yeah.
going, totally Tulip.
Tulip.
Just
Yeah.
it wouldn't fucking leave. And that's the bit in their video, presentation is like, you're gonna leave singing this fucking song.
Yeah.
All fucking night and all day tomorrow. And I'm like, yeah, right. How catchy can it be? But
Uh-huh.
I unlocked a memory watching that because my fucking grandma used to buy that Tulip
Yeah, I
brand
remember those.
paint.
I remember those.
They were in
too.
these stupid little, it looked like Mexican candy. Like Lucas comes in this like accordion
Mm-hmm.
style plastic squeezy tube, and you would like fucking decorate your sweatshirt, and then I'd have like little stars and a shark on it.
Yeah.
So
I remember
fucking
those
weird.
too. Anyways, check those out. Now, I also found this and thought, well, this isn't up my alley, but I think there's 3 people in the van who would like it. And I did find the
Thank you.
2006 Royal Rumble
Thank you, Sean.
on DVD as well. So we
I
did
had
watch
s-
that too. That was fun.
I had a lot of fun watching
I
that.
went to sleep on that one.
Now, the Royal Rumble, I don't give a fuck about wrestling. That's the one event where it's like, I love the gimmick of this.
Yes.
Of like 30 people in the ring, can't touch your
Yeah,
feet on the
yeah.
ground. This is fun.
And we're like,
Yeah.
who's gonna win? Because this is Rey Mysterio. Who was the Snake? Randy Orton was a big head in this,
Yeah.
and we were kind of like, who's
I
it
was
gonna come
relieved
down to?
Chris Benoit did not win. That was
Chris Benoit
that
did not win.
I was happy to see
But
that.
man, when he
Why?
shows up, you're just like, oh
Ooh.
fuck.
Yeah.
There's
Now, this is a movie that also we got quoted a lot. Terrible movie.
Uh-oh.
Alien 3000.
hey, worth it for the Jackrabbits.
Now,
Oh.
Garrett,
Yeah.
it starts off with this fucking pervert in the woods.
You know that's the opening to Mad Max.
What?
What? I've never seen
The Mad Max starts with a dude in the fucking desert looking through a scope at a couple having sex on a blanket.
Oh, really?
It's like the same type of shot anyway.
well, anyways, it's some guy perving on some people making out.
In the woods.
And then he
this
just
time.
kept saying, yeah, move your top. Let me see them jackrabbits.
Let me see those little jackrabbits.
He kept saying, let me, about
Let me see
boobs.
those
Like, I've never heard boobs referred to as jackrabbits.
They showed him too through a fucking telephoto lens. It was awesome.
So stupid.
So
Uh,
there
the-
were other movies we watched the rest of the tour where it was like, okay, this one's rated R. Uh-oh, are there jackrabbits in
There
this
better
one?
not be fucking jackrabbits.
Uh-oh. Maybe
That
we shouldn't
became-
watch it here if there's jackrabbits.
that
in
became a code word.
Yeah.
So this movie was beyond terrible. It was so bad.
And Lorenzo Lamas was the biggest star in that. And he showed up for like 5 minutes.
It was so it was this movie and then the The Bible one.
They
Not the
would-
Bible one, but the brainiac.com that like I can't do these movies anymore.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Remember Alien 3000 would film the inside of a helicopter and it was just like a closet that they sat an
Yeah.
office chair in?
The whole thing, and it was like the plot was so lacking. It was basically people like somehow were able an alien found some cave and was eating gold.
Yeah, it ate gold.
And so if you
to
touched the
survive.
gold, then the alien could smell the gold on you and wanted to eat the gold, so he
I
would
don't
eat you.
remember one word of what you're saying. Like,
Oh.
I was in and out of consciousness,
It
I
was-
think, during that one.
You could
I
tell
saw the opening and fell asleep. What?
it took like 2 days to film in the desert. Everyone's got different camo. Everyone from the same unit
Yeah.
hunting this alien has like their own different types of camouflage on
Yeah.
with like airsoft guns. And they're just like, it looked like a porn. It was so low budget.
But it was like, but the gore was kind of okay. Like whenever like they alien would rip someone in
They
half.
never
or something
showed
like
the alien though because he was invisible.
It was invisible. When they did show him, it was just a guy in a suit. This guy going like, "Arr!" But it looked so bad.
So bad.
It was so bad.
Alien 3000.
Now I cannot.
we thought it'd
find-
be good because there were 2,999 other prequels. So
I can't find. Yeah, I can't find the one that also broke me, which is Abomination 2.
yeah, I did like
Oh,
Abomination.
that wasn't. Yeah.
I
Huh.
think we honestly, I think they got lost and no one cared to find it again in the van. So
Yeah, I
we
think so.
donated that to the tour van. Abomination 2, we were looking at the reviews of it on I think it was on IMDb or something. And it said, if you've paid 1 cent for this movie, then you got ripped off or something like that.
Uh-huh.
You
Because it
paid
was
too
so
much.
bad.
It was bad.
It was
It's on
terrible.
Tubi, they're saying.
Abomination 2?
Maybe.
Oh my God. That was fucking brutal.
It's not
Made no
worth it.
sense. And then that's when we found, I think that,
Were there any jackrabbits in Abomination?
who knows? I don't know.
Kevin? Yeah.
Kevin's the one, I mean, not Kevin. Garrett's the one who cares about that. Everyone else is like, Garrett.
Oh yeah, Abomination. There was a bunch of bare breasts in Abomination too.
Okay, there you go. It was the worst movie. I like tuned out. I could not handle
Okay.
Abomination 2. Was there a plot? I don't know. I know a big subplot was that like he couldn't get cursed because he was gay. But then
That was a
later it
great
turns
line.
out he wasn't gay.
No,
I don't know.
what?
It was
The
it was-
character.
this
I
was-
watched this and I don't remember
it was
that.
Abomination.
Yeah,
they,
it was
you know
an
what? They didn't lie to
abomination.
you in the title, but
Yeah.
it was awful. So then at that point, we're like, we can't do this. Then we watched like regular movies. Like, we watched
Well, we stopped to get regular movies because we didn't
Yeah, we had
have
none.
any. Yeah.
we tried.
So we started.
Oh,
We tried to watch the Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah.
dude, I couldn't get that. I've never seen that before.
Me
That-
neither.
20 minutes of that, it was like, off.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
This was like I thought we vowed no more bad movies. This was so fucking bad.
It was. I've seen it far too many times
How?
because Trish wears that fucking tape out at our place.
The
tape? That's how old
What
it is.
is happening?
But no, the movie is really bad. Especially, I think we made it to like all of the necro people in their court talking.
Yeah.
about
Yeah, they were
their
in the
necro technology,
and they were like-
necro this and
I just remember someone was like, look, you cannot act so frivolously when necromancy is part of the equation or something like that. And that line was immediate, like, I'm done. I'm playing Switch now.
it's like the armor's cool, and they just keep fucking talking though.
Yeah.
This movie, we got an hour in and shut
We
that
also
off.
watched The Rock, which I thought was great.
On the way
Yes.
out of visiting
I think-
Alcatraz. It was awesome.
I think that
Yeah, that was
could
great.
be my favorite Michael Bay movie. What's a better one than that?
Pain and Gain.
I didn't see that.
Hmm.
I didn't-
No, The Rock was great. Yeah, it was. I'd never seen it before. It was awesome.
I mean, it's what you would think with a Michael Bay movie, and it's the same cliche of like, do you like Elton John? You know that song Rocket Man?
Yeah.
Well, that's you. You're the Rocket Man. And then he launches a rocket at the guy and like gets like impaled by the rocket. It's so fucking dumb. But you're
Tony
laughing
Todd.
at it, you know?
Yeah.
It's good.
A couple days before we picked up The Rock, we were watching, I believe, First Blood Part 2 in the hotel room.
Oh yeah,
We
me
were
and
watching
you.
the end of it, and
Yeah.
I just kept going like, whoa, I've never seen this movie. There is so much fucking Metal Gear shit that I know Kojima just rips stuff off from movies, but oh my God, there's so much from this Rambo movie in Metal Gear. That's crazy. And then we watched The Rock, and I
Oh
hadn't
my
seen it.
God, The Rock was the Metal Gear movie.
And Terry Gregson Williams on the soundtrack.
Yes,
So it sounds like Peace
Harry.
Walker and the Phantom Pain.
Harry Gregson,
Harry Gregson Williams?
Yes.
What'd I call him?
Terry.
I don't think so. Play back.
I will. You're wrong.
The whole
Yeah.
movie has
my
like,
God.
so much in. I'm just like weapon names, and
Yeah.
the way things are like described, and it's just like, oh my God, I forgot how much of this went into Metal Gear.
And it's seriously like, there's this type of missile on their way. Not if I have anything to do with it.
Crazy.
It's like, yeah, this is Metal Gear.
Yeah.
But I don't mind that.
I
To me,
loved
it's like,
it.
yeah, it's all composite of the shit you like. Just like a Western is going to play shit they heard in a Western.
Sure.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah. And then we also watched, we got a double feature action bundle with Arnold Schwarzenegger in both of Collateral Damage and Eraser. We didn't get to Eraser, which I loved as a kid. I love that movie.
Yeah, same.
But we watched
But
Collateral
none of us had
Damage, which
seen.
was not good.
We had never seen Collateral Damage. I think Derek explained like this came out like right on 9/11.
Yes.
And it opens with the terrorist attack.
This was I explained
You did?
this. Yeah,
Okay.
because I had experience with this movie.
okay.
I saw this. I think I was working at Blockbuster at that time, and we got that movie. It didn't come out on video maybe for a while or something like that, and we got it, and it was like, yeah, this movie completely flopped because it was set to come out then. And then I don't know if they delayed it or if it just came out as usual.
Well, we watched the behind the scenes on it, and
Yeah.
it seemed like it came out like 2 months later,
Yeah,
which
maybe.
still is pretty fresh for
Yeah.
a terrorist attack. And
Fuck yeah.
And they talk about it on the DVD. They're just like, yeah, this is about like terror. You know, they try to parlay it into like,
we're showing how, on the other side of it, how honorable people can be in the face of terror. How there
Yeah.
are heroes still. And
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
you
They
just
tried to
wanted
play
your
it
movie
into
to come
that.
out. I get it.
Yeah. But I had memories of it being good. Like I remember having a conversation. What was it? There was some movie that got buried in that mix that it was like, damn, that ended up being pretty good, but no one saw it. And I thought it was that one. Then we watched it and it was like, it wasn't this
That
one.
one was
it was not very good.
But that was the director of The Fugitive, and I loved The Fugitive.
Here's
that
the
movie's
thing.
great.
Yeah.
I liked parts of Collateral Damage. I really liked John Leguizamo. I think he was my favorite part of the movie.
Mhm.
I just like him.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, same.
He's still, hey, just gonna say it, hot take. He's still the best Luigi.
Mm. Sorry, Charlie Day.
Let's go.
Yeah. He was better than Charlie Day. Seriously, if they had cast him just voice that role, that would have made the movie. That would have elevated the movie.
Oh,
that and
they
remove all
should've
those
done
stupid
that.
fucking needle drops.
Whoa, yeah.
Don't need to hear "Take on Me" again.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So that was whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, we just watched a bunch of
We watched like,
decent movies.
Something About Mary, which is a movie I again haven't seen in a long time. It's still funny to me.
Yeah, I kind of, when you guys started that, I was like, well, I'm listening to some podcasts, whatever. But then I found myself like sucked in
I feel like
because I hadn't seen it
honestly,
in so long.
the first scene, the flashback of him in high school and all that, and like that's very funny.
Frank and Beans.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
It's pretty funny.
I'd never seen it before. This is whatever. It wasn't my kind of movie, but that part was good. I didn't know Keith David was in it, and
Who's
was
that?
good. They Live. You know, They Live, and
who is he in Something About Mary? Do you remember?
He was the dad.
Oh, the stepdad?
Yeah. The
Oh,
stepdad.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a great actor. Yeah, yeah.
How
I
shoot the
love
Frank by the beans? Like that
Yeah.
guy. That guy's great. Yeah, he's so good.
But anyway, yeah. So we watched a whole bunch
So
of stuff. at
that's
that
what
point.
we
But those are the
watched.
shitty DVDs
I
that we
can't
watched.
think if there's anything else that was really bad that we watched.
I think we covered it. Shitty and
Yeah.
good. Like I said, the highlights were the Found Footage Festival 7 and 8.
Love that.
The document or the school project DVD you found.
That was
from
fun.
2004. That was
Yeah.
a good fun.
Overall, I think the tour van, we had
And Terrifier 2. was-
so much more time in the tour van this leg of the tour than
Yeah.
the East Coast because the cities are just so much further spread apart.
Yeah.
So, on the East Coast, it's like, oh, we didn't barely even have the TV on the
Yeah.
East Coast because it's like,
Yeah, we really
it's like an hour and a half. It's
And
like, okay.
Jay didn't ask me to drive at all on that.
No,
first
because
leg.
we were not.
so
but
short.
every
like 2 hours
day
here, 2 hours
Yeah.
there.
was like, oh, we got 5.5 at least minimum every day. So
What were the big ones? Some 12, some 9s.
We had a 10.5, 11, and then we would do one where it's like, okay, we're gonna do 6, then do the show, and then drive 2 more hours after that. A lot of those,
Yeah.
So it's broken up, but you're still that day you did a lot. So
Happy to be home.
glad to be home. Super. We did watch Starship Troopers as well.
Oh, that's right. That was another fun one.
That was.
I don't really like that movie.
You know what? I
In high school, I saw it, and I definitely didn't get the.
I did not get it.
I didn't get the kind of symbolic other side to it, or the satirical angle to it. Now I do, and I
Look
do
how
like
shitty
that
war
part of
is.
it.
I liked it a lot more now as I did back then.
That's fun. Yeah. I appreciate that side to it more, but the movie itself, I'm like,
I honestly was kind of
I don't
impressed with the CG. It kind of holds up a little bit.
It did hold up.
Considering like it came out in like the 90s, right?
We're watching on a small TV. in a
That's
van.
true.
I
That's
think it was
true.
like later 90s.
But
though,
yeah,
so
it holds up. I think I appreciated it a lot more watching it older because I hadn't seen that in about 10 years either.
yeah.
And I picked up on a lot more. I could tell how my favorite part is when a character Diz dies, and her final words are to the main guy.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm just happy I got you, and I'm just like. Of course, a man wrote this fucking movie. Like,
Yeah.
It's so
Diz
stupid.
is dying. She's bleeding out in their fucking evac ship. She's fine with having died on the battlefield because she got fucked by the main character last night. Like, sure,
Yeah.
those are her last
Casper
words.
Evine is very attractive.
But I see
Sure,
like,
those are her last.
but I
words.
see the satirical angle that like they're all like that, and then they
All
kind
of
of
it is
surrender
satirical,
it all
right?
for war, and then by the end of the movie, that's all they care about is like more war. Yeah, it will win. Yeah, so I see that side of it, and that is kind of entertaining.
Doogie House
But
is
just-
dressed like a Nazi.
Yeah, geez, but
That stuff I did not really pick up on.
no,
I'm
no,
telling you, 10 years
no.
ago.
No.
Yeah.
But just the movie itself, though, I'm kind of.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know why. I've always loved Paul Verhoeven. I finally saw RoboCop for the first time only in the last couple of years. Loved it. But that one, I don't know why. It never did anything for me.
Yeah.
I was more of a Brainiacs.com guy.
Yeah.
Who out there wants a copy of Brainiacs.com? Let me.
That's Kevin's copy. Now I don't know if
Yeah,
you're gonna.
Kevin-
Kevin, are you keeping this?
Oh, that's
Are you sure?
Okay.
Oh, wow.
He
Wow,
says
wow,
that
wow.
implying he has more than one. But he's got a
Oh,
Blu-ray. Okay. You know what movie never got a Blu-ray that I just saw a thing today that Shout Factory is doing is the Tenacious D movie. That never
really?
that
Like a
was
Destiny?
never distributed in HD
Wow.
Wow.
until now. It's going to get a Blu-ray next year thanks to the Shout Factory. Anyway, but if you want stuff like this, and in fact, if you want a lot of even better stuff, even a better DVD or Blu-ray than this, go to shop.mega64.com. That's not only is it a great way to support our show,
It's the
support
best
our
way.
stream,
Oh my gosh.
support everything we do here at Mega64 HQ. But we got stuff that is just fire. You want it. I know you do.
You're wearing it.
I am. That's right. So we did a whole Black Friday event, as you know, a week ago. We're still recovering from that. By the way, Kevin has been working overtime shipping stuff out. We had mountains of past orders go out in the last couple days.
Yeah.
And then we've been, follow us on Twitter and keep an eye out on our socials and stuff because we've been keeping people updated as we can on like when stuff is going out.
Yeah, I think Kevin announced that you're not going to believe this, but all of the Mega64 time to take a long, hard looks. I can't say that. Try it again.
Ghost of
Mega64 time to take a long, hard look is in the mail.
Yeah.
It's
All
all
of them.
shipped out. All of them. They're all shipped out.
Right.
All of those
And then-
pre-orders.
Tentatively, now all this is tentative. I must say that first. But
Sure.
then Unboxing Ring is scheduled to, we're supposed to be able to send those out this coming week. And then if there's nothing that's been shipped out from Black Friday in between those things, it will be shipped the following week. Like we're trying to just get everything out in some fashion, some order. And so that's kind of what it's looking like right now, that by that point they'll hopefully all be out. But Kevin's been overclocking on that. Again, it really helped. We limited the bathroom breaks. We stopped doing
No leftovers from Thanksgiving.
I need to see my wife. It's the weekend. We're not doing that anymore. We're getting these Blu-rays out, guys.
Yeah.
No, Kevin's been doing a very good job balancing all of that. But yeah. So, anyway, my point in bringing all that up is this is the last week to get the Black Friday stuff. A lot of it did sell out. We put up a few things for an open pre-order. If you're okay with like waiting a little bit, you'll get it probably beginning of next year. Some of the things that we ran out of stock on, we have an open pre-order, like the Black Friday shirt, the Cyber Monday shirt, and this, I'm wearing it right now, the Where Will We Go Today hoodie. I have to read it because I mess it up every time I say it. I'm like, where do you want to go? Hoodie. That's not what it is. But anyway, I love this hoodie. I've been wearing this nonstop this weekend, and they did sell out, but you can get one from the pre-order if you missed out.
Yeah.
But those pre-orders are going to close, and Black Friday exclusive stuff is coming down. I think we extended it slightly. It was going to be this weekend. I think Wednesday night is the final. Can't go on longer than that.
Gotcha.
So get all that stuff if you can. Shop.mega64.com. And also our Blu-ray is on there, and that's not out of stock. That you could still get right now,
and
it will ship soon. The Mega64 in 5 minutes Blu-ray featuring all our in 5 minutes series of videos, all the suited videos we've done, and hours of behind the scenes. Which, by the way, this week we dropped a behind the scenes on our new Saiyan Saga in 5 minutes video.
That's right.
That came out. And so now that's on our channel now. There's even more on the Blu-ray. There's actually an extra behind the scenes video from that video, and I mean all of them have extended behind the scenes. All of them. I mean, there's hours of shit on there. So
yeah,
the whole list is on there if you go on the store and see for yourself.
I love to read the comments on the behind the scenes video. I normally steer clear of the comments, as we know, because I'm thin-skinned.
It can be dangerous territory.
That's just not who I am. But those are like, because a lot of people are just like, I live for these. The people love those videos because they're just hanging out with us, and we're just like, they see how we kind of do it, and they see how me and Garrett like trying to like figure out like, how are we going to do this special beam cannon or whatever the fuck, so that is, it's
you see the downtime where we're fucking with each other and joking around too, which is a little, fly on the wall kind of thing. I think people really appreciate that.
Yeah, I do. They see us kicking in this case, a basketball for an hour and a half.
Yeah. Oh God, that took forever.
That was the longest shot, like by far. It was like, we need to have the basketball Aka, the
spaceship,
Saiyan spaceship needs to go off into the distance. And yeah, it was like, throw it, kick it, throw it. No, hold on. I'll underhand throw it. No, I'll overhand throw it. It was like, this is the rest of our afternoon, is it? You just have to, it has to go through the shot just perfectly. I think it was Derek got the winner.
Oh, I like how it was an hour and a half
of competition.
We always want to go home. And the second Derek gets it, I just go, fuck. Because I wanted to be the one. Even though now we can go home, which is good news. But
they even let me try. I was trying to throw it towards the camera. So
and then we could reverse it?
Away. No, so it just went above the camera lens, and when it came back down, it was behind the camera.
Oh.
See, I was thinking outside the box, but
the box.
It didn't work. The only way to get it was just to kick the shit out of it.
And it had to be like, but you had to kick it at the right angle, and it was just a ton of it was so stupid.
It came out perfect.
And that's the kind of
thing
in
the final shot, but it's a fifth of a second, right?
When you film a video, you can never take into account stuff like that, which will inevitably happen with any shoot.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, why is this the shot that we can't get? Like this, we wrote this down and didn't even think twice about it. It's like, okay, we'll just do all, it's not a big deal. That like doing the special beam cannon, I think looks cool.
The hard one?
No. The one that wasn't hard.
The easy one, yes. Okay.
And when Kevin special beam cannon, he puts his finger.
Yeah.
All he did was put his finger into the pool noodle.
And we had it hanging there.
Yeah, it was already hanging there. And then, Kevin
and we just points at it.
And we just zoom it out. And then it's all, but it's like, how did they do that? That took us 10 seconds. You got to get to hang up. It's hanging. Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah.
Easy.
But then
it's this shot. And it's
or
like,
the Kaioken times 10 Kamehameha versus Gallic gun.
Yeah.
Holy shit, did that take forever.
Yeah,
and multiple setups. As you see, I loved how you edited that, Rocco. Here's this. Didn't use it. Here's this version. Didn't use it.
Yeah, we threw everything.
Here's the third thing. This kind of worked, but it, kept revising it. And you get to see that broke down in the video. I love that.
Yeah.
You also get to see how like freaky we look in filming these, because there's all these points in the video where it's like, I've got half my costume off, but I've just got a big black fucking widow's peak on my forehead.
Yeah.
Or Rocco's just got a bald cap on, but his regular street clothes.
Yeah.
I have my fucking shirt pulled up over my head for like
to protect yourself from the sun,
because we were getting sunburned so bad. And it's just interesting. Like if you're driving by the park, sometimes I don't think you'd recognize like those are Dragon Ball characters. Just be like, what the fuck are those guys doing?
Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah.
Why is it Ash Wednesday? What's up with his forehead?
You can talk about how I hit you in the face. What I hit you in the face
With that yoga ball.
Oh.
I pretended like it didn't hurt, but I cried.
I threw it hard.
People finally got to see the. There was a lot of, when the video came out. The one thing I heard a lot of people say was like, I thought you did do a computer effect when Garrett got hit with the spirit bomb.
Oh, and then
when he stretches out. I think maybe we talked about this on another thing or something.
I think we did the live show.
That was maybe it was. That was one of the things that I knew going in. I was like, that's one effect that we need to get, but I have no ideas for. Because it was like he gets hit with a spear bomb and elongates. Like it's definitely animation. He's going, and stretching that way.
And I knew exactly what you were talking about when you told me about that scene. His fucking face gets long.
Yeah, and it's like that's the one thing I felt bad because I'm like, we definitely need that effect in here, and I have nothing to offer in terms of help. So I don't know how to do it. And then Garrett came back. All right, I got it. It's a funhouse mirror. Okay, we'll see how that goes. And then I hit it, and then you just bend the mirror and it was so good. I was like, that footage was like it was ecstasy watching that.
And that took 1 second.
Yeah.
That was a 1 second shot.
That was one take.
You think that'd be harder. Yep.
And once the idea dawned on me, it was like, oh, funhouse mirror on a piece of cardboard. Yep. Okay, I got it.
It worked out great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was, anyway, it was fun doing the Saiyan Saga video because I felt like it was a little bit back to kind of how the Frieza Saga was, where it's kind of just one big fight as opposed to the Boo Saga is like 20 different transformations. He's over here. Gohan's back. He's gone. He's over here. Go Tanks. He's gone. Okay. Goku go Super Saiyan 3. It's the Boo Saga is kind of just this fucking cavalcade of weird creations. And then, but I feel like Saiyan Saga, I was more excited because it was like
back to basics.
Yo, we got to kill this one guy. Okay, how do they do all these effects to fight him? You could focus on that as opposed to just a wackier costume. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I like it. Not that I don't like the Boo Saga video. I there's a lot of reasons that is one of my favorite videos, but just in terms of the writing of that, whatever, I liked going back to just like this one big fight. But again, like it wasn't always our plan to do these episodes. The Boo Saga is kind of like the finale, but again, we wanted to do this Blu-ray, this in 5 minutes Blu-ray. And and even just going forward, it felt wrong that we we never did all of DBZ. It was just one more thing that was like a splinter in our brains. It's just like, we got to do that. We got to do that. So
yeah,
there you go.
There you go.
In my mind, I kept saying like, yeah, we've done 3. We got to do the last one. It's like, no, we've done 4. Then there's the 5th one.
This is the 5th one.
Yeah.
Is it really? Frieza, Cell,
Boo. This is the 4th.
It is 4?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was getting the math wrong in my head, but now I'm just getting
I think
it
you
wrong.
thought End of Evangelion was the ending of Dragon Ball. It's easy to mix those up.
Easy.
So what's next? I'm wondering, everyone at home.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I keep thinking of what was the Dragon Ball video we did right
Oh,
before?
that's true. Okay, I'll give you
Resurrection
that. We did a Dragon Ball before they were sweet.
Yeah, before they were sweeted.
They asked us to do for Battle of Gods. We got commissioned to do a fake trailer.
And it's so funny now because
but that's where this kind of started.
It was a fake trailer and we got everything wrong.
Yeah.
And it's so fun because we made that video. I didn't get a single joke. And you explained to me, okay, it's funny because Piccolo is going Super Saiyan.
He never does.
That can't happen.
Yeah.
Because he's not a Saiyan. He's whatever. And I watch that now and I get all the reasons. I see it. I get it why we got it. I see how we got it wrong now. I get it.
That's funny. Mr. Goku.
Yeah. Well, I already knew.
One of my top three favorite jokes in any video we've ever done is in 10 seconds, less than 10. Oh, yeah, 5 seconds. Eric as Neo gets so many things wrong. You almost can't count in a second. Mr. Goku. I've been it's Neo talking about Dragon Ball Z, first of all. Okay. It's Neo talking like Agent Smith. There's just so much wrong with it. It makes me laugh I can't name almost any other joke where, we see each video 100 times. Yeah. We watch them. That's one you can put it on right now. I will laugh out loud at that part.
Yeah.
And it's not douchey to say because I didn't do that. That was Eric doing that. So I'm allowed to say that. I don't think I'm like that about my own thing. Like if I saw me, it's like I get it, but his performance was so good.
It was so fun shooting in the old back parking lot of Sports Chalet and just dropping a green screen behind. Like, here's a little green screen. Put that right behind Eric. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Let's go.
I'm going to say that's my number 2 joke that I've ever seen in one of our videos that still makes me laugh. Again, they have to be with other people because if it's me, I see it too much. I reflect on it too much.
Sure.
I get it too in my head. So it's other people's stuff. Although I don't think there's anything wrong with you want to laugh at your own stuff. You're trying to make stuff
I'm trying to be
that
funny.
entertains yourself. But for me, that's the number 2 joke ever in any of our videos. And do you know what number 1 is?
Have you said before?
I've said it before a million times.
Oh,
and
is
I'm
it
sticking to it?
Is it that zombie you?
It's Sean. Sean, in my opinion, gave the funniest gag in any Mega64 video.
Oh my gosh, what an honor.
And it's the Games Alive podcast when he thinks he got Half-Life 3 and opens the envelope and it's by the way, perfect game to choose. If you think you're going to get Half-Life 3, what would be the most disappointing game? You know, you could see this is what people don't get right. Is that there are people who would write this video. You know, I know I'm licking our own ass a little bit here, but
wow.
but there are people who would write it and they would make it like, oh, it's Big Rigs for PC.
Barbie.
Oh, it's the Barbie
Yeah.
game on Game Boy Advance. No.
Twins.
The fact that it's Zombie U
Which
on
we all
Wii U,
have.
like it's not the word. It's not Superman 64.
But no one remembers that this game even
It's
exists,
just
but everyone knows it exists.
bad enough that God, what the fuck? Why is it that? And anyway, it's just right in that middle area, and he opens it, and then that delivery. Oh, like he's mad that it's not. And then he
Maybe
goes,
it's the
"Did you
disc."
check the disc? Did you check the disc? It's Zombie U.
It's
Zombie U.
It's Zombie U.
Fuck, that gets me every time."
That's a good line delivery.
So anyway,
Thank you. Wow, I feel honored.
that's
Thank
still,
you.
I think, the funniest joke.
Yeah. Well, check out all the jokes we did in our DBZ video, Saiyan Saga in 5 minutes, because that is on YouTube. And then go watch the behind the scenes and watch it again if you've already seen it.
Yeah, let's
Show
get the
your
views.
family in the holidays.
Let's get those views up, folks.
Yeah. I do love doing the suite of videos. I don't want to stop.
We're done though.
Oh, so that was my next question.
Yeah, what's next?
Yeah, Dragon Ball. We got to stop that at some point. So we did all of DBZ. People are like, "Oh, go back and do
Super
original Dragon Ball. Oh, do Super."
regular.
I just don't think that would have the kitsch appeal that like DBZ. People in parts of the world that don't even have TV have seen DBZ.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that it's got this pop culture effect that it's so much more fun to kind of lampoon. I just don't think it's the same with like, oh, this obscure part of Dragon Ball Super, or it's not the same.
People say it in the chat, and at first I kind of shrugged it off, and I still may shrug it off. But how in the world would we do The Matrix? Like that is something that we know very well, but like that movie is famous for nothing but like the CG
action scenes.
Well, the action scenes, but like the computer effects.
Yeah.
But we'd have to do it without a single one. Like, how would we even? The challenge of that is exciting to me, but also like I don't know.
So that's my question to everyone out there is like, all right, what would be your wish list to see if a video like that? And yeah, I agree. I'm again reading the chat here. It would have. I agree. It should be something at least someone here is passionate about.
100%.
I played all the Metal Gear games, but like I've actually played the first one the least.
Mm-hmm.
I played 3 800 times, even 4. And the others, but 1 I had only played maybe a couple times, and so, but Derek and Garrett were fucking beaming about it.
Yeah,
and that one was more like kind of Derek put the script together on that. And, usually with like Dragon Ball, I'll bring that in, I'll summarize it, and then we do work on it together. But he was like, I got this, put it together, and. Again, there's like, the passion is there. Garrett's passion is there. We had a full-size cardboard Metal Gear in here, I do feel like it's always better when there's at least someone in here who's like, no, I know how to do this. Like, and also they know like, kind of like, hey, they're going to look for this,
Right. This is something.
There's like 2 people that pointed out Master Roshi's frothy water at the beginning of the video.
Yeah.
Because in the dub, they censored the beer.
Made it blue.
And they made it blue, but it still had foam on it. So it's like, does he have frothy water? So that was something that I knew, that I remembered from the dub of Dragon Ball. And so that's, if you look in the background, you'll see Roshi's got a mug of blue foamy drink. You know, I love stuff like that. To me, that's what's fun about them. Not that it require, not that people even notice all those things, but it's just the texture that's there. And I think Metal Gear had it. Ava had it for sure. You know,
Dragon Ball had
yeah.
it.
So
But
I
yeah,
think
so the next thing
something
would
we
have
care
to
about.
have that too.
Yeah, I don't want to do just like, you know, Fortnite in 5 minutes.
Exactly.
None of us have done it that much.
I want to get back to the realm of video games, though. I think over anime, for me, it's like, ooh, I can
Resident
think of-
Evil.
I mean, 100%. Yeah, the first Resident Evil would be a dream for me to get to make all of that. I mean, I could do it from memory at this point.
Mhm.
But yeah, just touching on Metal Gear Solid was the one time we did a video game, and then it's always been an anime.
Mhm.
But yeah, like you're talking about the Matrix and doing like motion pictures as well as like, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
other things.
we
The,
could
the-
do
the
anything.
sky, as they say, is
Yeah,
above us.
I'm just curious. I'm
That's what they
curious
say.
what people would want to see. You want to see more anime stuff. You want to see maybe that kind of style of video for a video game, or a movie, or you know,
We've never done a movie.
Lord of the Rings in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd
that,
be
like that could be kind of dope.
Yeah,
be
and then,
interesting.
like the second one would be the next video, and then the third Return of the King would be the last one.
Yeah,
Like,
I say
that would be fun.
the whole trilogy in 5 minutes.
Dude,
Ooh.
let's
It's not-
just go back to New Zealand.
It's not that complicated. They walk that way and drop the fucker in.
Yeah, drop it in, fucking goodbye.
Yeah, shoot in New Zealand. I think whatever it is, though, it would have to be. So it's got to be something that has a wild visual thing to it. You know, a lot of people say Cowboy Bebop, but I don't think that's that fun. Not that the anime is not fun visually or whatever. It's good, but it just doesn't have. Again, Dragon Ball and Eva. Eva is a much darker show than Dragon Ball, but it's still so wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, there's still this big thing on a red cross, and then it becomes a woman that gets big, and then there's a purple and green robot, and he reaches. You know, to say like I'm going to recreate all this with homemade stuff is already funny. I think
Yeah.
it would have to be something like that, you know, and that's what was hard about that first Metal Gear. It was kind of dark. It was a lot
And
of
it's a lot of it in the studio, which is cool and convenient because you can film whenever.
yeah. I do like shooting.
But
in
I
the
also
studio,
like
yeah.
the idea that like it almost takes us back to like before we had a job with this. We were just like friends hanging out days, and it's like we gotta go to the park and film. And that's what you do with like your siblings when you're kids. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you have no other option but go to the park that's down the street from your house.
Yeah.
So kind of like that. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to say. But then, I mean, not at the same time, Metal Gear Solid 2 would be kind of amazing given how cracked out that game gets. Like to see that would be kind of amazing.
I've thought about this for a while because how do you showcase Big Shell? I mean, the whole fucking game takes place on an oil platform.
Yeah.
In the middle of a, river.
Yeah.
How do you? I don't know. Is that sets or is that a real
no.
location?
That's the only thing that's
Hmm.
kind of hard for me. And that was kind of, I'll say personally, that's why that was never at the top of my list. I love Metal Gear Solid 2. I think it's a great game, but
Sure.
being confined in Big Shell was always hard to me. It's like I kind of get cabin fever.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and I just
And
don't
that-
know.
And 3 is like free of all that. So I
Right.
really love that. But anyway.
Yeah, 3, I know where we could shoot it, right?
Yeah.
But 2 is like, hey, we could maybe figure out a way to get on a big ship. And how awesome of an intro to film on the tanker, you
Yeah.
know?
No,
But then-
we were on that bridge, weren't we, over on tour?
On the Verrazano Bridge, yeah.
Yeah, we could have shot it when we were there.
But
Could've
then,
been-
like, the
cloaked
whole
ourselves.
third, or 3/4 of the game, the whole back half is all on Big Shell. And it's
Yeah.
like a lot of indoor areas, which those could be sets. But how do you
Yeah.
how do we physically get on an oil fence or some kind of floating platform?
I don't know.
It's hard to showcase that.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Something we could
I have
live
a
up to.
feeling that there will be another in 5 minutes video at some point.
Okay.
I think it would be. I don't know, but I'm leaning. I think MGS2 sounds really cool. Raiden definitely has a lot of naked scenes. To be honest.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think who could play
He does that,
that
whole
role.
like. Can you
I
do
don't,
a
I don't
who
think
would
I,
be-
I don't
who
think I
could
was
be-
right in the first time.
You were.
No, I was Ocelot. Revolver Ocelot.
Yeah. in the
yeah,
in 5
but-
minutes video, but yeah,
Yeah.
Raiden isn't in Metal Gear
I don't
1.
know.
But you were riding with Kojima
I don't.
himself at our GDC
I don't remember that.
behind the scenes. Yeah, you and Hideo were sneaking around.
No,
San
literally,
Francisco.
I remember like it was like 3 years later when Kojima saw me and I didn't know if he remembered me and he's like, gave me a hug and went right into me.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, he remembers.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not going to do it.
Oh, come on.
No.
I don't
Can
know.
you do a cartwheel
We'll see.
and hold your crotch?
That would be an aerial.
Can you do
'Cause
an
you-
aerial?
No, I can do a cartwheel though.
Well, that's in the game. We'll figure something out. Like
Mhm.
strings.
Mhm.
I'll tie them up or something.
Mhm. Mhm.
Kimbaku.
We'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Shubari.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right.
Do you want to go to the after show? How are we feeling?
We started late. We're not even.
I
This
just-
is not.
Then we can go as long as you want. I just
Yeah, this
gotta
is not-
pee. So
Oh,
we can
yeah.
either do it while we're live
I
on the
wouldn't.
main
I wouldn't
show.
do it. No, we're in the main show, so
That's
I would
why I've
definitely
been
not.
holding it for so long,
I would
and I just
definitely not
can't.
go.
Can you feel
This
would
is
Yo, we all got bottles. We got everything here.
yeah.
Everything you need.
Need something with a wider throat?
I need a wider throat.
Well, I don't want you to spill. And I probably
Hey, in the
Maybe
words
a-
of James Cameron, just go pee.
Okay.
yeah, that's what JC says.
I didn't think he
Maybe
had to
we'll
announce
figure out
it.
some goodies for when you get back.
Hey, once again, thank you to everyone who came to support all our Black Friday stuff this last week. I had a lot of fun. I was talking with
Oh
Derek
yeah,
about I had a lot of fun doing that. We didn't know what to expect from that Cyber Monday stream we did.
that was
Where
awesome.
we were clearing out stuff in our vault. We were kind of like, well, we'll see how this goes. I had a lot of fun doing that. I hope other people did too. I know some people couldn't get their stuff because things were gone in 2 seconds, but nothing we could do about that. And I do apologize, but
It's
I
a
did have
shame.
fun doing it.
You have 5 of
On my
something
end.
left. It could just stay in the vault forever,
Yeah.
or we could kind of figure a way to get it to you.
Yeah.
But it's a bummer when you don't get the thing like you had your eye
Yeah.
on and
I
you're
get
waiting
that.
for it. And
I
it's like,
definitely
there
get
were
that.
4 of them. I'm so sorry.
No. But anyway, just I had a lot of fun doing that. More to come. We just announced today, by the way, if you like that stream, you know what our best stream is every year. Christmas Cast 2023.
Oh, yes.
Just announced today. It's coming Sunday, December 17th.
Put it
Tune
on the
in.
calendar.
We'll get back to you on the time because we're still locking that down. We're seeing, seeing what's going on with the programming that
Yeah.
day. But it's going to be the evening of Sunday, December 17th. So stay tuned for that. The ultimate, for those who don't know, you never seen it. We do this food competition every year where sometimes it's teams, sometimes it's mano-a-mano kind of thing, but it's always some competition and battle over who can eat what, how much can you eat, stuff like that. And if you've never seen it before, there's no better time to hop in.
Oh, that's right.
It's going to be Sunday, December 17th. And last year, the champion was finally,
Oh, that's right.
well, champion in quotation marks, was finally dethroned
Mm-hmm.
once and for all and felled by Garrett.
yes.
Garrett is the reigning Christmas Cast champion.
And I don't want to take all the credit because I had a wonderful team of Richard and Goose behind me.
Yeah.
And we conquered Dr. Ryan and his team. Sorry, Sean. I know you were felled as well. You went down with
It
the
was because of
fodder.
me we lost.
No,
to
that's
be
not true.
honest, It
You and Meg were
was.
great competitors.
We really, me and
Ryan
Meg
whined
had a
through
talk
the whole. Yeah.
behind Ryan's back,
Okay.
and it truly was. Let's try to win.
Yeah, you're not going to throw it.
We're,
There
we're
was
not
money
gonna
on the
throw it.
line.
Yeah, and we both were like, we're gonna do our best. Like, we're not the strongest competitors, but we're gonna give it our best, and we really did. And I was doing pretty good until he got that pizza soggy. He dumped water all over our pizza, and it was the grossest thing I've ever tasted, and I can't tell you why. But when you're the most full in your life and you're trying to eat pizza, and now all of a sudden it's
Wet.
dripping wet, you're gonna pop. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no way you can't. So
Rocco, you were
tried.
trying hard with your team as well. I saw the look of a competitor in your eye.
It was definitely just luck of the draw. Like I remember, I think it was like chow mein. Like I missed out on that one. I could have
Oh.
like creamed everyone on that
Yeah.
round. There
I'm
were a bunch
still-
of things that I picked the wrong food or I got the wrong thing. So hopefully this year, no, I'm not even saying hopefully this year, the crown's mine.
Wow.
I'm coming back.
Well,
I'm
I
coming
will
back.
say I thoroughly enjoyed. We switched it up. We did the Hanukkah cast last year, and we
Yeah.
had all this delicious food from
so
Cat's Deli.
fucking good.
Now
Yeah.
I wasn't in the
But
round
Yeah.
that the roast beef or
Oh,
the
I got the
pastrami was in.
I was.
I'm still dreaming about that pastrami, and I'm like,
That-
damn it, Richard got that round. I
The-
want to try the pastrami.
I talk about it all the time, but the greatest Christmas gift I've ever been given was Sean got me the package from Katz's Deli.
Oh, yeah.
Because they'll mail you a
Rocco,
shipment.
check your mailbox.
my God.
Oh, what?
It's
Don't get my hopes up.
coming.
Don't get my hopes up.
What?
But then last year it was like I was even thinking like I'll get another one myself. I'll order another one. And then it was like, no, we're gonna order it for the Christmas cast. It'll be big. It'll be in for a
And
ton
you
of
didn't
people.
go that
Okay.
round?
And I didn't get shit.
Yeah. It was
And
all
then,
gone.
and then when it was over, it was either all gone or
slobbered
like
up.
someone threw a bottle of water and it knocked it over or something.
Oh, someone.
I didn't get any of it. So I'm owed cats.
Well,
Okay.
as the champion, the team who took it home and has the Christmas cast trophy, currently I said I was a couple months into training for that, but I'm a year and a couple months into traiing
the
now.
Thing is,
Ooh.
I've seen.
You saw
I've
me on
lived-
tour.
Yeah,
I
we
lived
did.
with Garrett. Me and him shared a room for the whole tour.
2
And
dinners, Hunter. He called me.
He would get like 3 plates of food, then eat it all, and then we'd all be done. He goes, "All right, cleanup crew, who's finished? I'll eat the rest you
shrimp
got."
tails. Give me them.
Yeah, and he would
Ooh, a
just like
pickle?
take things off on my plate. Like, you need to finish that? Like, I'm not gonna finish that. And he's like, okay, and he would eat like my leftovers.
I
Like,
got a hollow leg.
Okay.
this guy.
I'm not gonna be easy to take down this year.
Nope.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to do an impression of this is Garrett at Korean barbecue. I'll start with me. This is at first me, and then it will be Garrett at Korean barbecue. Okay, guys, I think everyone good. We all ate. Okay. Yeah, I think we got a karaoke thing in about 5 minutes. So you guys want to take off? All right. This is my impression of Garrett at Korean barbecue. I got 3 more meats coming. Thank you. That was my impression of.
I hit the button and I dinged, for 3 meats.
I think every time I've been at Korean barbecue, we all wrap up. We're all done. We're looking for the check. And then Garrett will always, and it's specifically that number. It's never like, oh, we actually have another thing of pork on the way. Are you serious? I got 3 more meats
3.
coming.
Well, they
It's-
only
oh,
let you order 3.
Oh, yeah, you get 3. You order 3 at a time.
I went to Korean barbecue on Thursday.
Oh,
and
really?
they were getting generous. They were letting us order 5 meats.
No,
Wow.
the last couple times we went, it was like, I don't know if you caught that, Kevin, but it was like, no, you could do 4. Like you could do whatever.
Hey, can I tell you something has happened to me for the first time at Korean barbecue?
Uh-huh.
I got the waiter explaining that we had reached the time limit.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Sir,
I've never seen that happen.
Because it was like, it's like, hey, can we get 3 more? I'll do the bulgogi, the spicy pork, and let's do that. Let's do that pork belly, the thick pork belly. And he's like, okay, and I just want to let you gentlemen know, it has been 2 hours. You have reached the time limit, so I'm going to bring these last.
That might have always been there, but we're just never there.
No
that
one
long.
enforces it, but man, they hit
Yeah.
me. They saw what I was putting away, and they were like, he's never stopping.
Oh my!
We got to put the
God.
limit on.
That's
I think
crazy.
the only thing we've ever run into is, and Kevin knows this, he was there, but the place that we like to go, I don't want to blow it up, but there's a certain place we like to go that they have these noodles they're like glass noodles that I love so much. And it's all you can eat, but they bring you just like a little thing of them that big. Now, in LA, a place we go to, they have them, but you could just go up and get as much as you want. But down here, they bring them to you, and it's just a little thing. So every time the waiter comes by, I'm like, another thing of noodles, please. They bring it. Can I get one more thing? I mean, I could kill 15 plates of these noodles.
Oh my God!
And so I'll ask every time. And then, there was one time we went where they were like, oh, I'm so sorry. We've just run out.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you did? We've just run out of the noodles. I'm so sorry about that. And I'm seeing noodles go to that table. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Mhm.
So you know what? I ate more meat out of anger, out of spite.
Yeah,
I
meat's
was-
more expensive.
I wasn't gonna. Yeah, exactly. I wasn't gonna eat one more spicy pork bulgogi, but I did.
Yeah,
I didn't enjoy it,
that's
but I
what
ate
you
it.
get.
But anyway,
Yeah, I'd never
I'm
hit
getting
the.
hungry. Oh, we shouldn't be.
I'd
I
never
know,
hit the time
right?
limit.
I'm so hungry now.
You want to go get double doubles? Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. What's later?
we had this family thing I was at. They grilled burgers and it was so good. I had a burger like that. It was like
No.
made 5 guys look like 4
What'd you
guys.
put on it?
You're
What'd you put
grilling
on the
meat on
burger?
your burger?
Got
Oh,
toppings?
oh, grilled onions,
Oh, come on.
grilled onions, pickles.
Oh my God.
You name it. Ketchup, mayo, salt, pepper, fucking vinegar,
Ooh,
fucking
cheese?
cheese. Oh, of course, cheese.
Oh my god.
Gabagool.
Gabagool. Oh yeah, you name it. Fucking
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hungry. All right.
cookies,
All right.
candy.
I'm
Well,
hungry.
Hey.
we've kind of ended the podcast on a
No.
hungry note.
I want
Huh?
to talk about real quick before we wrap this up. Did you see? We saw Godzilla.
Yeah, Godzilla Minus One.
Godzilla Minus One.
Hey, you know what? There's been a few. We talked about long movies, but I will praise the horror film Thanksgiving for being a tight, short slasher by Eli Roth, and then I will also say, yeah, Godzilla Minus One. I thought was paced so well,
Yeah.
and it wasn't too long. It didn't feel too long at all.
No, it was great.
And man, they got. I love that movie. I dare
Yeah.
say I liked it as much as the Ono directed one, the last one to come out of
They-
Japan.
Yeah, that what I was gonna say is like people are asking, oh, is it better than that? Is it better than that? Well, I love Ono. I'm his stuff. I'm a giant, mark for. So like I'm gonna probably point to that, like, oh, okay, that's my favorite. But really, if you're asking which one's objectively better, I feel like they both set out to do the goal that each of them had, they both executed perfectly. You know what I mean? Ono's was kind of about,
Here's an
young
Ava movie.
people having to deal with Japanese government and like the layers of shit we have to go through to just get one thing done and like all that. Okay, it like dealt with all that. This one is like this kind of war story.
Oh, I loved it.
I didn't know it was
Historical.
set. I didn't
Yeah.
know it was going to be set like post World War II and stuff like
no
that.
idea.
No.
And that was great. And I thought that they surprised me with that, with it being set like, in and around World War II and in a post World War II
Yeah.
Japan. But then it being off to the races. That movie starts and it's like
Yeah.
Godzilla is stomping and blowing shit up.
Yeah.
And you are entertained throughout the movie. They know, okay, it's been about 25 minutes of people talking. Let's get Godzilla in here to fire some fucking heat rays around.
Oh,
and they
man.
do it so well.
And the use of the music.
Oh,
we
they
saw
hit
it.
that theme?
We saw it in IMAX,
Dude.
and that was so loud. It was like you could have heard that in
Hey,
the parking lot.
I went to a regular theater
Yeah.
last night and saw it. It
Yeah.
was hurting my ears.
You saw
was
it
so
twice?
loud. No.
Oh.
I didn't go with them to
Oh.
IMAX.
Yeah, we saw it separate.
Trish and I went last night.
They, I think they saved some decibels for that part.
but holy
I remember
shit.
when they were. I don't know why this is the second time I'm bringing up the Tenacious D movie,
Yeah.
but I remember when they were releasing that movie, they said they actually kept the whole movie down 2 decibels so that the theaters would turn it like, oh, it's kind of quiet, and they would turn it up so that
that's
when they'd
smart.
hit the devil at the end,
Yeah.
they would use that extra 2 decibels so that when his song kicked, I'm the devil,
It's
it would
loud
be
as
it would
fuck.
be way louder than the rest of it.
People talk shit on that movie.
Oh, it's
that
so good.
final song.
Yeah!
With the two of them going back and forth.
And that's
Fucking-
Dave Grohl.
One
That-
of the best musical pieces in any movie.
That was
so good.
that was definitely. I talked about this on my stream the other day. One of those. There's movies every now and then that you see, and it's like you leave the theater in like joy. Like fuck that. I had such a good time, and
Yeah.
having left on like that song being at the end of it, it was like fuck. That was awesome, and our theater was like packed, and then. And then it was only, and then you wake up the next day and it's like, yeah, the movie debuted at number 11
This is the
on
biggest
the
bomb
list,
of all
the
time.
biggest
They all
bomb. It's like,
suck.
what just happened? But anyway, yeah, so I felt like they
volume.
did that with Godzilla. And yeah, they made Godzilla almost physically hurt. Like I remember hearing about ahead of Oppenheimer, like, oh, this movie, they're mixing it really loud. So it's gonna, and then you see it and it's like, well, that's not exactly what happens. They kind of play with your expectation a little bit.
But when he
Godzilla
roars,
was doing, Godzilla was doing shit that it was like, I feel like you hit me.
yeah,
Like it was so big
the
and loud.
subwoofers are making me internally bleed.
Yeah.
The one thing that Ono had musically was like, fuck, Shirasagasu is composing
Yeah.
all of these Ava adjacent themes for
Yeah. It
this
sounded
Godzilla
very
movie.
of that DNA.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
But the thing it lacked was it didn't have the classic Godzilla theme.
Yeah.
Brum, brum,
Yeah.
brum, brum,
Oh
brum,
my
brum, brum.
God.
And they used that in this movie. I want to say I counted like 5 times.
Yeah, but when they initially, it was like a kick in the fucking
It was
teeth.
awesome though.
It's like,
I wanted
oh no!
it every time. I wanted more. I was
Yeah.
like, keep playing that fucking song. I don't loop it.
This was definitely. I really am not a huge Godzilla guy, and I honestly think a lot of that is I don't like the US ones they've been putting out, but I also even prior to that,
not really.
I'm not into the current Godzilla and Kong and shit.
And they just put a new trailer for that.
Yeah, especially after this, I'm like I'm sated by this. I'll wait for the next Japanese one. Yeah. But even before that, I'm kind of whatever. I never was the biggest Godzilla guy, and but both Shin Godzilla did something a little different, and then this one just. Every ingredient was the perfect amount. The emotional human story.
The human drama was so riveting.
Was really good, really riveting. Actually, I'm okay. I'm getting a little choked up here. Okay, and then Godzilla was like at his most asshole. And it even showed in his design. If I show you the design of the new Godzilla, it's like, oh, that guy's a fucking asshole. Yeah. Like you know what I mean? It isn't just like Godzilla. It's like.
It's traditional.
Oh, this is a fucking bully Godzilla. Yeah. Oh, I fucking hate this guy.
It's back to the old body style, I think.
Yeah.
Hideki Anno more so, did such a unique thing with his fucking pupa stage and then the other form. Yeah. And Godzilla looked just physically wild.
Yeah.
Like this went back to, I think, more of a traditional, I don't know, 70s Toho era style.
Definitely more threatening.
Yeah.
But
beady little eyes.
Yeah, so anyway, my personal taste, I'm going to probably say Shin Godzilla might be my favorite, but the one I would recommend probably to the most people is this one. I was very impressed by it. Yeah. And what's funny is this director, I think this might be his first movie. He worked in effects, maybe. Maybe I have this wrong. Other people might know, but this is a guy who worked in kind of special effects and stuff, and they let him direct it.
The credits said that it was written, directed, and visually affected by the one guy, which I thought that's a lot.
I forget the guy's name. I'm sorry. But all these interviews with him, they're like, okay, so what's on, what are you thinking now that this is over? And he's like, what inspired me was Star Wars. I want a call from them. Call me. I'll do a Star Wars. Like, that's my next goal is like that they call me for Star Wars. Oh my God, guys, let him do it. Every day I keep reading an article. Taika Waititi might do it. It's canceled. Ryan Johnson might do it. It's canceled. Fuck LA. Get LA out of the picture. Let a Japanese director take control of that. What do you have to lose at this point? Like they're not
nothing.
They're not making a movie right now anyway. Every day is another canceled thing. Fucking let that guy. He made this movie for $15 million. $15 million.
Damn.
I would have guessed $100 million. So if they can do that, let that guy. Give him, sign this thing. Yeah, okay, you can do Star Wars. Thanks, bye. And just say bye and let him cook. So that was my thought on hearing that interview.
Okay. Let our man cook.
But anyway, so I was surprised. I really liked it.
Yeah.
That
I kind of knew I would like it, but I liked it way more than I did. Then I thought I would.
Johnny said that I'm bummed that he's not here because I know he would have loved to have talked about this. But now that he's not here, I can say, and without embarrassing him, that when that music kicked in, every now and then something will get someone in a movie theater like, oh, you're a fanboy, so he fucking erupted during that. That music kicked in, and I saw. It's not like he yelled, but I saw him like
fuck.
he had a little, he's probably editing this right now. Well, maybe, I don't know. We'll see if he's back in the studio.
Dude, if he had what I had, which I don't think so.
He's probably not editing.
I don't think I got the separation of time between me getting sick and Johnny getting sick is too far. Yeah, so I think I'm off the hook of me being. But I was fucking sick.
You're not patient zero.
That sucked.
You didn't give it to me when we were making all those Goku shirts.
Thank God. Yeah. Thank God I didn't. But like it was the flu, but it wasn't a stomach flu, but it was like just the flu. But it was like my legs were so cramped, and it was like like
that. I hate that.
And it was
part.
Like the chills,
muscle cramps,
and it was 5 days of it.
Oh.
At one point, Rocco was like texting me. I'm like, "Yo, I can't even sit up in bed. I'm like laying in bed, and I can't." And
use my phone.
It was one of those sicknesses where, and I think you would, of all people, get this is fucking bad for me. Like I was in bed and I couldn't turn on anything. Like I didn't have anything to listen to. But I wasn't like
you don't have the mental capacity to even figure it out.
I couldn't even. I was like I was just awake in this like I can't feel this way anymore. But I couldn't turn on the TV. I couldn't turn on Howard Stern. I was just like I'm just fucking sick.
That's why you call the kids in the room.
It was terrible. It was terrible. So sorry I missed last week. I was in hell. But I'm better
Well,
now.
I think you
I
could.
got through it.
Yeah,
I think you
it's
could have
always-
manned up and done it.
Yeah, it's
Struba
always
has that
hard.
right now. And you know what? The fact that you're able to turn this podcast on, I'm proud of you because that's a lot.
That was me during like around the first leg of the tour, like leading up to it. I got sick like 50 fucking times. I got like everything under the sun. So I think I'm immune to everything at this point.
Oh,
I don't think I can catch anything.
Yeah.
You should be good. You're all
The wisest wizards. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No,
but
no.
they're saying that sounds worse than COVID. It was worse than when I had COVID, for sure.
for sure.
What I had last week was way worse than when I had COVID.
Damn.
It was
Damn, man.
terrible.
You know, I haven't been sick since I had COVID.
Really?
When was that? When we came back from PAX East?
2022.
Last year?
2022? Yeah, that was the last time I've been sick.
Wow.
Yeah, I was fine since then until this last summer. And I got like 3 things in a row. No, I mean, again, never tested positive for that, but it was again at the same time everyone else
That was
that I knew had it that I was
Yeah.
around, so I just presume. But
So
that
weird
and
you
then
don't
I had
test
like like a fucking horrible flu thing, and then oh my god, it was like rapid fire. And then since then I've had super blood. I felt never been better.
well.
So I like tiger blood.
Yeah.
The doctor saw my kids because they had the same thing I had, and they're like, "Oh yeah, so once you get over it, you will probably have a cough for about 8 weeks." Like, oh, fun.
Oh
Cool.
yeah, that's you got that going on.
This rules. So, anyways, no fun.
I feel like you had an 8-week cough 8 weeks ago that you're just now getting over. Too.
No. Here we are. Well, we got through it.
What are we gonna do?
Go to the after show.
That's right. There's goodies.
Was there?
Now I'm excited.
There was stuff addressed to Sean we didn't open last week.
Hey, we
so
still got. I want once again want to say thank you to Tenga, our
Oh, yeah.
sponsor. Go to the link if you want to, please yourself this Christmas. We haven't used what's on the 3rd, so maybe we'll just end the show
well,
on the review.
little demonstration or wait, what's the other platform we're streaming on?
I can't talk about it, but it's there.
Oh, they allow
Where?
this kind of
What do you
content.
do with
Okay.
it?
I
What'd you
gotcha.
do with the egg?
I have it. Wave 2.
I'm afraid to ask.
Wave 2. Here comes wave 3.
Oh shit, Kevin, take it
Oh
off.
my God, Kevin, you have to turn
Kevin,
this off.
you have to turn it off. Kevin,
no, he's going to the
Kevin,
camera.
don't let him
Not
show
that
it.
way. Not that way.
Kevin,
Get out of
end it.
here.
End it,
Get out of
Kevin.
here.
Kevin,
Kevin.
end it.
Oh.